9 fermented foods to consume and boost your gut health. How fermented foods help your gut. Food fermentation has existed for thousands of years, both as a process of preserving foods to extend their shelf life and to avoid wastage. It works by adding active bacteria or yeast, which transforms carbohydrates into alcohol or acids that act as natural preservatives. However, many fermented foods are also full of probiotics, which are good microbes that help restore the balance of bacteria in your gut. In this video, you'll discover 9 fermented foods to consume and boost your gut health. Plus, you'll also learn how fermented foods help your gut and overall health and well-being. Before then, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying the other videos in this series, and then please click the grey bell icon to be notified of future videos being uploaded to the Natural Health Guys channel. There are 5 main reasons for taking a serious look at the benefits afforded by adding fermented foods to your daily diet. 1. In recent years, fermented foods have gained increased popularity as gut health has been brought into greater public awareness. 2. Many diseases, illnesses and ailments have been found to have a link to gut health, which opens a number of discussions and research on the topic of how to keep the gut healthy to fight off such health issues and problems. 3. Owing to different factors, such as a poor diet, an unhealthy lifestyle, a lack of exercise and environmental factors, the diversity of gut bacteria can be compromised. 4. When the different bacteria exist in incorrect ratios, the gut cannot, and does not, function as efficiently as it should. For example, functions such as proper digestion and optimal immune response will be adversely affected. 5. There are different ways to keep your gut healthy and to restore the balance of your gut microbes. However, one way is to consume fermented foods. Below are examples of 9 fermented foods to consume and boost your gut health to choose from, that you may want to include as part of your daily diet. Number 1. Kimchi. A staple side dish from Korea that's rich in probiotics and fiber, kimchi is fermented cabbage that's made spicy by adding ginger or chili paste. Kimchi is reckoned to help with lowering blood pressure and reducing insulin resistance. Number 2. Sauerkraut. If you're not fond of spicy foods, then sauerkraut is a better option than kimchi. Sauerkraut is made of cabbage and salt, and outside of Germany and Austria, is probably known as the topping on a hot dog. It contains lots of vitamins and antioxidants. Number 3. Kombucha. This is a fermented green or black tea with a sour taste, with herbs or fruits for added flavor. It's suggested that it may help with prostate cancer prevention. Number 4. Yogurt. Yogurt is fermented milk containing millions of probiotic microbes. Some yogurts, however, have gone through a pasteurization process that will have killed most of the good bacteria. So, make sure that you look at the label and choose products that say cultured or active bacteria. If ever a food was misunderstood, this is it. Full-fat plain Greek yogurt, for example, is healthy as it helps improve bone mineral density by containing minerals such as vitamin B12, calcium and potassium. Low-fat yogurt, as peddled by the food manufacturers, contains processed sugars, and so is to be given a wide berth. Unfortunately, the marketing hype plays on the low-fat versus full-fat difference, creating a misleading perception in the minds of an unsuspecting public audience who think low-fat is better than full-fat. Number 5. Miso. Miso is made with fermented soybean paste, used more as a seasoning ingredient to add to Japanese soups and other dishes. It's a staple ingredient in Japanese and Chinese cuisine. It contains millions of bacteria that have digestive health benefits, including helping to lower blood pressure and the risk of a stroke. Number 6. Pickled vegetables. Pickled vegetables are a good way to get started with fermented foods if you haven't been eating them already. They're often made from carrots, cauliflowers, celery, cucumber, and cabbage, with small hot chilies and a bay leaf to enhance the taste. The fermenting ingredients include salt, water and vinegar, often referred to as brine. Number 7. Tempeh. Tempeh is fermented soybeans that are rich in protein, dietary fiber and vitamins, often thought of as helping to reduce the damaging free radicals in your body. It's a popular Indonesian soy product made into a cake-like form, often used as a meat substitute that's similar to tofu. It can be marinated, fried, baked, and grilled. Number 8. Kefir. This is a fermented milk made from kefir grains found in Russia. It can be used as an alternative milk drink for those with lactose intolerances, whilst being good for bone health. Number 9. Natto. This is another Japanese food made from whole soybeans that's full of fiber and is often mixed with rice and usually served as a breakfast dish. It's also full of vitamin K, a fat-soluble vitamin that's good for regulating blood clotting and blood calcium levels. 4 reasons why not all fermented foods are created equal. These fermented foods are just some of the many that you can easily find and include in your diet for a healthier gut. However, not all fermented foods are created equal, as follows. 1. You can expect them to taste differently: sour, spicy, tangy, which may not suit your taste. You don't have to force yourself to consume them if you don't like them. 2. Some fermented foods are pasteurized, which means the good bacteria would have died in high heating temperatures. So, look for such foods labeled with live bacteria or cultured, or better yet, ferment them yourself. 3. If you're sick or elderly, or pregnant, you need to be extra cautious. 4. Some unpasteurized and fermented foods may have adverse effects. Finally, not a lot of people know this. Contrary to popular belief, apple cider vinegar, whilst being a fermented drink, does not contain probiotics, because it goes through the fermentation process twice. Once to turn the apple juice into alcohol, and secondly, into vinegar. The Secrets of Your Gut Health video series is continued in the next video, with a number of lifestyle tips to improve your gut health. We hope you find these videos helpful and of interest, so please feel free to share with friends, family and colleagues you think will also find them to be worth watching. To get access to more videos like this one, why not become an exclusive subscriber of this channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video, and then click the grey bell icon to ensure you get notified of when the next video is uploaded. We'd love to hear about your experiences with fermented foods, and any helpful tips you'd like to share, so please feel free to leave your comments below this video. Many thanks. And may the fermented food for your gut help improve its own natural fermentation process,